All right, guys, welcome into the defensive film room. We have only 26 minutes of this because the Browns ran about 20 more plays of offense, so not as many on this side of the ball, okay? They play really well. The second half, only 21 plays in it, and you're going to like a lot of what you see. But the beginning, it's a little rough. Meant to get this out to you guys earlier, so apologies for that. Didn't mean to leave that lingering, a day late. So try to be a little bit better with that. Obviously, we'll work it in. For now, first play. Let's go back and watch it from the wide view. Bengals are in. That's two tight ends, so 12 personnel. They're trying to sell weak side wide zone, bootleg off of it. Not a normal wrinkle for them. This looks like a pretty big Kevin Stefanski play. To the flat, that's your over, that's your deep. So you would think Hickman, who's in the cover three role here of checking into curl flat, would be a little more consistent with it, but he bites as you would expect. A team, you don't expect the Bengals to be running a bunch of that. So we end up ultimately giving up a quick throw to the flat, cheap 12-yard start. Obviously not what you like. Watching it from the tight, again, you'll see the Bengals do a pretty good job here of getting themselves in motion into the backfield, that more I formation look, and then getting Hickman right here playing down low hole to bite on that and leave themselves an opportunity to jump that off to Noah Fant. Again, pretty simple stuff. Tough for Hickman, not knowing the Bengals are going to put that into play and going with it. So the Bengals, again, were doing a little bit of, as you can see here, a little funky stuff, offset pistol look with Jamar Chase, move him over, put the back in the backfield, put a tight end in the backfield. That's their more blocking tight end, going to sell a quick bubble pump fake into a draw look, right? So you're going to get draw blocking up front, except for we're actually going to get a little weird with it. I'll show you. The Browns do a good job on this one, but the Bengals go with a different approach here. I'm pretty sure they go tackle on linebacker and kick out right here, and then we're going center on the shade, and then you'll see them try to work the other tight end into the blocking scheme as well. So a little different. They do get to the front. So the problem is that the Malik Collins right here does a fantastic job of beating Ted Karras, the center, across the face with this little club swim attempt initially, and then kind of uses that momentum to swim back the opposite direction, and he's the one who destroys that play in the backfield. A really nice job. On the left side, you have Mason Graham, one-on-one kind of playing his B gap. You have Bush downhill playing the A gap, doing a good job of filling quickly. So it's nice to get a negative on first down to get to a second and long. Browns getting to second and long. They want to put that mug front, that pressure look in front of them. So you got linebacker Bush here, Schlesinger right here. We're going to try to, make the Bengals dictate what the protection's going to be. I understand why you try to do this. We're going to bail out late, put ourselves into a good spot. We've got to make that tackle. If we make this tackle back at the line of scrimmage, as Hickman will dart through free here, right? Because they try to bump the chain over. You try to follow that puller from the tight end position, the sniffer. Just got to make that tackle, and it's a cleaner rep, and you obviously hold him to more of a 3rd and 11, 3rd and 10 than a 3rd and 7. Schlesinger taking on the center, doing, holding his own, doing fine, keeps the space free. Schlesinger, right here, Schlesinger holding his own in the A, and then Mason is going to work his way across again. The two body stuff is pretty common theme for what Mason was dealing with. A lot of hands that found him. But again, this is just Hickman needing to step in, make that tackle, create a quicker loss, not have to have Schlesinger and Delpit and some of the others try to get in there a little later. So could have been a tougher down and distance scenario. Third down now, we don't get any pressure look up front other than we got a little hint of possibility of a blitzer right here, but we're getting all those man indicators the Browns like to use in some of these third down sets. Bengals are in 11. They're condensed. I guess this could be second down still. It's a 3rd and short. So 3rd and short. So they just go pretty much base blocking downhill. You got an opportunity here. Mason's doing okay against Dalton Risner. At this point, I think this is Lucas Patrick was still in the game before he got hurt. Just got to condense it from the shade, and Devin Bush is in there. It's just a matter of you got to get some vertical push and penetration to stop that from gaining 2 yards and picking up a first down. Since he's in 12, Gesicki and Fant on the field, so the Browns are matching that in their own look. This looks like big nickel, so they're playing Rayshon down low. He's your extra DB. Delpit's playing down low too. Only 2 corners on the field here. A lot of man looks. The Browns are doing a better job of taking their zone and making it look more like man, or at least giving the understanding that it could be something different. So since he's trying to just sell some downhill zone, off of this you're going to get a flood variation. So you're going to get this chip release right here, slide into the flat. You're going to get an outside release takeoff from Higgins, and then you're going to get a deep sail route to flood the left side. Coming off this fake good vertical pressure inside that really makes him feel uncomfortable from Shelby Harris and Aiden Huntington. Just makes Burrow hold on to this a little bit longer than he wants to, as it actually looks like it is man, because you're getting Delpit running across on Higgins. So you are getting man right here, waiting on him. You got Bush for Chase Brown. You got a low hole player right here in Swessinger, man from Newsome on Higgins, T, and then Delpit's playing a form of man down here against T. Higgins, who he went in motion to cover as well, right? Then you get a single high safety. So that's the look, and you're going to see Jenkins covering the late release tight end as well. So you got. If I'm guessing a little bit here, this is a good indication that they're doing a nice job making some of their man stuff maybe have some zone feel to it, playing more off man than press man, right? So if Burrow was a little more comfortable, Chase does win some separation, a little bit of a push off right there, right? To create some separation. But if Burrow had held on to this, felt comfortable doing so a split second longer, it's a 10-yard completion instead of a shallow, incomplete short. But a nice rep from Huntington on this bull rush. I mean, tell me, man, this doesn't happen. If the back isn't downhill and doesn't get a piece of him right here on 98, watch him destroy this. Right through the chest of the right guard. I think, again, that's Lucas Patrick. That's a win, man. That initial pressure makes Burrow feel a little uncomfortable. Shelby Harris wins off the edge there, turning the corner. That's how you make a quarterback get rid of it before he finds the best answer. So nice rep. Second and long, we're going to be in a mug front. So you'll see those 2 double-A backers. This is a popular Schwartz look and a popular look in football in general, trying to stress zone droppers and whatnot. So you get the problem with it is obviously dropping a backer out instead of filling him can create some run lane issues. So let's rewind it here and take a look at it. Again, you need this to be when you got 2 backers who are in mug, and this is why it's risky to run second down mug stuff against run. You better close it down here, which I don't think it's bad from Huntington, and Shelby has to close it down right here in a pretty hyper aggressive way, right? Or you need some runners to get through here to stop this, because your 2 backers are taking on offensive linemen, one of which is retreating and one of which is at the line of scrimmage. Those are tough battles to win. So they just don't condense it in time, and I think Shelby Harris is a little slow getting off this on the right side, and that's why it leads to a play 6 yards downfield instead of maybe 1 or 2. Not that Carson's even bad. I think he even gets rid of Ted in a quicker way. It's just that's the risk of doing mug front stuff inside of the second down where they can still run it. Man indicators everywhere. So the difference in usually, again, you'll have a single high man and then you'll have a low hole sitter. Carson is mugged up right here. So we're bringing a five-man pressure. So that 5-man pressure is going to bring these 5, which means we have nobody in the low hole. So this is tough. You do this in order to try to generate some extra pressure. So you're going to have man here, right? Everybody's lined up against who they're going. If this back were to stay in and block, you would see this safety try to maybe help out over here on anything in breaking from Jamar Chase, or you could see the low squat and they're kind of maybe cheating to the middle to take away anything that goes to the middle. But that's the vulnerability in this defense, right? Is you have to have an answer. It's tough to cover the middle of the field with nobody there. You get Yoshevus wins pretty quickly. there. He has two answers. Joe does. I actually think Joe takes the tougher of the two right here between these two, because you'll see the safety come down to honor the back on the swing, right? So I think Joe takes the tougher of the two here. It's not bad coverage from Miles Harden right there on Higgins. It's just a well-thrown ball. You'll see this pretty damn good placement right there. It's not like Harden's bad. It's just in the one spot he can't get to it. So again, I think Joe took the tougher of the two given the down and distance, but they get a completion. Let's watch pressure up front. Let's see how the blitz stuff looks here. Miles taking on a tight end initially over here on the right side and just kind of makes him look foolish. Does slow him down a little bit. Carson does a good job winning on the interior here. He kind of hugs tight and then gets real quick and turns this corner, so he's created pressure. Then on the left side, we get Mason and Isaiah McGuire together. Mason tries to do a little hand swipe right there. You see him try to swipe those hands away. Doesn't get him. Actually gets his, I think that's, again, Lucas Patrick gets the hand up under the face mask there. So the swipe doesn't move, so you try to club up. At this point, I mean, McGuire, this is really special. I mean, look at this lean, this boom right into the chest, and he is putting Mims right into Burrow's lap. That's a great pressure, man. And Mason's trying to turn, because again, you can't win upfield when this is being condensed down. So we try to spin back inside. That's the right way to think about it. If Burrow, is what you're doing here is you understand that Burrow could run this, especially in man coverage looks where you have nobody for the quarterback. Spin back and try to make a play. And I think that's where Mason was in the right frame of mind there. So pretty good. Just a great throw, great catch. Pretty good players on that side too. So this is a still 11 personnel look. You have the tight end in the backfield and split back. And again, over here, it's just a variation of smash against an expectation of cover three. So we're hooking it up here. And we think we got a corner out over top. So you're just kind of reading invert. Who's playing the hook up here? Who's playing the corner route over top? To the left side, we have a speed out return and then a far side out route that they could throw to. So Joe wants to go right against Devin Bush in the right place. You know, we're dropping under this a little bit. We got to take that away from Jamar. So I understand it, right? I understand it. Not bad. Rally up and tackle. Need Denzel to make the first tackle. That's for certain. Let's watch the pass rush rep up front. 4 hands on Mason. I think there's a chance he's winning inside there with the swim move, but the center's waiting on him. But if you're double teaming right here, that means Collins has one-on-one, Byer has one-on-one, and then they're always going to get a second hand on Miles, but theoretically he has one-on-one. So you'd like to see some wins from other people. And look at that move from Collins. I mean, that is a really powerful club rip right there, man. So he's watch him here, swipe, and then boom with that right arm, boom. He creates a pressure. McGuire on the left side trying to turn the short corner. I think Mims wins that rep. Nice job rally tackling. Denzel's got he missed 3 on the day. I'm not too worried about it, but just something to note. All righty. So we are, I think, now in second down on the same drive. Just a little stick speed out, right? So we're stick here, and then we're flat right away, and we're just reading invert. Who's taking the corners, jumping him, and you don't have a body right here. We can throw here. If the corner doesn't play him and somebody's maybe running the high arc, you can take the flat. A couple different options. Ball's out really fast. But again, 2 straight where Denzel doesn't. I think Denzel's trying to get his hand on the ball there and doesn't end up getting chased down. And that second down then turns into, 3rd and 1 instead of maybe 3rd and 3 or 3rd and 4, which it matters. It definitely matters. Up front, ball's out really fast, so it's hard to really get a gauge. I mean, we got tight ends blocking Miles. Is trying to Miles can't get through the door to let alone get to the tackle on some of these things. You know what I mean? Again, Mason drawing 4 hands. Nothing really else to talk about on that one. Simple scheme. So now it's 3rd and short, and they're just going downhill right now. Everybody's got to get downhill. We need this play to be made by the backer and the corner to this side. The 2 people who have nobody really initially there. These 2 have to make this play in the backfield. If those 2 make that play, that drive is over. Watch it from this view, right? So run fits. Here, here, boom, and then we need this. We need this. Swiss is here. Now they could stunt after the snap, but this is usually the look. Let's see who goes where. Right? This is a tough thing for a defensive tackle to take on. You're taking on 2 right here, but you're clogging up the B gap, turning him here. So can we scrape over and can we get in here 2 for 1 at that spot? You can do that. You can stop a 3rd and short. Isaiah Wright condenses the tight end. Beautiful. Devin Bush just lets on this play, and I understand why he's flying there because he has a gap. Doesn't scrape back over quick enough, and Denzel's too slow getting down in there to take it on his own. Right? Don't write cash. We don't cash checks for Denzel Ward because of run defense, but this is why a 3rd and 1 is converted. All right, Bengals go back out. Looks like they're in 12 personnel, so you're going to see Jaceki insert. This is just this looks like a trap. They're running wham. They are running wham with an insert, so that's an interesting little wrinkle. Turns into a nice run for him. Can't remember if there's a flag on this play or not, but it does turn into a nice run for him. So you are going to see 3 different traps, right? It's going to go right guard and left guard are trapping opposite. You're going to see Mason get down blocked right there. As the center goes to get in body position for his guy. We need 21 to be downhill quicker. Missed another one. I mean, when we got all the run indicators and they insert an extra body to take care of Jenkins down here in the low hole, this guy needs to be a mean SOB ripping off that side. Can he do that? If not, that turns into a big run. Now, could you get somebody making a hero play in here defeating a block? Yes, you want that, right? 95 or 94 or 5 defeating blocks, but the angles are really good for these blocks, and you have a situation where there's an unaccounted for body. It's clear Cincinnati came out with a plan to put Denzel into conflict in run defense in this game, and it was working early. Clearly working early. 12 personnel again. This is just split zone. Leaving the backside edge to be kicked out. This is a bummer because it's really taken care of very well. Isaiah McGuire does a great job. That could be Alex Wright. We'll see when we watch the tight. We're right where we're supposed to be. The backside linebacker just gets caught in the traffic. So, again, run fits. Here. Ready to step in here. B, A, B, C, and ready to insert in this location too. At least minimum containing, because we're bumping, right? When we get this, everyone's bumping down a gap. So we should be bumping down a gap. It should put us here, should put us here, and should put us here. And then here's our edge fit, right? Our contain. So you'll see Grant Delpit come in and bump them over. And everybody's right where they're supposed to be. I would say Devin Bush isn't exactly where I'd like him to be, right? I don't think that happened. And Cam Mitchell's kind of getting into location because Denzel came off the field this play. But they do a good job on the front side. Look at McGuire condense this down, blow this up, because what you like to do is try to cut this back, and he wants to. But right here, we can't let this happen. And we can't get blocked Grant Delpit right here like this by a slot wide receiver. He's got to be more physical. And he kind of quits the play. So I think this muck traffic happens here. We get undisciplined here, and we get undisciplined here, and that's why the touchdown comes to pass. Kind of a fluky play, but also do your job, right? Do your job. Okay, we're back out again. Second drive for the Bengals now. This looks like 12 personnel, 2 tights. Let's let them work through this. They're going to run same side duo, I believe. Brown's insert. This is way better. Look at the aggression inserting from Newsome on the left side. You got to go fast forward because the Bengals are going through a bunch of pre-snaps. Look at these inserts. This is great, right? They're just trying to run duo essentially here. We're not going to block. They're not going to block this backer. So we're going to go same side, insert, boom. Everybody's doing their job. Everybody's taking care of their job. right? Good fit from everyone, ready for a cutback. The corner just comes up ripping, and he hits him. Great job on the front side over here, 91, Isaiah Wright, or sorry, combining two people. Alex Wright doing a great job beating up the tight end. That's how you defeat the run game, man. Beat them up at the point of attack. So nice job. Back to 11. Pocket gets real muddy on this one. Bengals are trying to go. It looks like they're trying to run a little shallow exchange, get the back out. Reverse. I'm trying to see where Joe's eyes are. Initially, he wants to go to the sail left side and then have Jamar as a secondary option. Browns do a pretty good job in coverage. It looks to me like we're in 6, maybe. Denzel's definitely down corner. I can't tell technique wise. It does looks like they're in 2 because Newsome is ready to jump. Maybe not 2. Maybe this is more cover 6 where no, it's cover 3. Okay. You figure it out as you go. So cover 3, we're getting here, low holing it, curl flat. Denzel just has no vertical threat. Once this disappears, he doesn't have an issue behind him. So he's just playing aggressive downhill, ready to go. Trigger, come downhill. Could be wrong on that one, but I like that rep. Let's watch up front. Again, 4 hands on Mason. We'll take that, man, because that leaves one-on-ones in every other spot after Miles gets the usual chip treatment. So we got a nice job by Myles Garrett, just bull rushing Mims into the backfield, condensing the pocket. The same thing is happening from Malik Collins on the left side, right? Just lifts that left arm up and just runs his arm through the chest. The pocket is closing. Mason doing a great job working through 2 here. Condense, close, and make the pocket uncomfortable. Perfectly done. And that's how you get a check down out of Burrow, which is always the result you want. Rally up and tackle. Good job. Now we go overload. This is a bigs on one side only. They call this a boss front. One player on this side. It can be a favorable run defense, but it can also confuse some stuff in pass coverage. So you got man indicators everywhere. Now this is what I like, and I might have to put this in writing in tomorrow's opening drive. This looks like man everywhere, and then they check into late move cover 2, so the corners are inside eyes. I like it. Now I would like to be able to break this throw up on the left side where we run under it, and right there Newsome is there, just rip at the ball instead of hitting through the torso. Just rip at the ball. He'll learn from that, right? He's getting used to playing outside again. He'll learn from it. Pressure up front. Yeah, that's nice. Pretty good job from the 2 DTs. Making a threat in Burrow's lap. The Bengals do a good job blocking it, but you're right there. You got Wright on the left side against Orlando Brown, just bull rushing him into the quarterback's lap, so that's a pretty good job. Miles on the other side, getting, again, the usual chip treatment that doesn't let him get into any kind of traditional move. That's just what it does. I mean, you have to get a body on 95. If you don't, you're in trouble. Just eliminates a receiver in coverage, so you like it. But he's right there. I mean, again, Newsome in this 2 is right there. I understand why Delpit. I mean, Delpit's a little slow here. He should be maybe hovering because the only other pass option is right here. He should kind of be floating more this direction. In my opinion, he gets a little caught in no man's land. But right there, let's try to rip through that ball instead of trying to lower our shoulder. Okay, 3-by-1. Tight bunch, 11 personnel. They go a little exit motion. Browns running, to me, some cover 3. Okay, we force a check down off of this little double spot corner look, right? If you throw that, Denzel's all over that corner route. Yeah, good outcome. Like it. Let's see what we got up front. So we have McGuire. This is one of the few Joe Tryon-Shoyinka snaps. Graham, Shelby, and Isaiah McGuire. This Mason getting a one-on-one. Doing a good job putting 66 into the quarterback's lap. Just want to kind of, can we finish that and get a little move that beats right there? But a great job. I mean, he forces Burrow off the spot in the pocket. His pressure does that, and that forces Isaiah McGuire taking a double team chip right there. Does a great job redirecting, coming downhill, hitting Burrow in the right target spot. Like to see it. Good stuff. That's good defense. And I think you got him in a 3rd and long now. Right? You're not gonna beat Denzel vertical route when he's in a back pedal transitioning. It's too clean. Just great coverage. He's playing cover 3 here to me. Actually, it looks like maybe this one is cover 6. So you are getting a down. Yep. So we're in 6. So we're getting quarter, curl flat, middle hook, down corner, playing half the field. Cover 6. A lot of extra protection. Guess they just wanted to take a shot throw to Jamar. I think maybe that's the call. I'm not sure. This is the 2nd snap from Tryon Shoyinka. He tries to win the corner, gets chip blocked. Mason's taking on 2. Extra set of hands. A bull rush. Nice move on the left side here from Shelby Harris. You're going to see him get into... Yeah, we get a little club swim or club rip. He does a good job. He's got that corner turned. We're just kind of tight. Everyone's kind of tight here, and he ends up in the back, the tackle, before the tackle could get there to block the edge because the back chipped. A lot of extra help in the pocket. So I think that was 2nd down. Maybe now we're in 3rd down, or this is the Bengals' next time out. I think maybe this is the next time out. Or are we in 3rd down? Yeah, this is 3rd down. So that was 2nd and long. This is 3rd down. Man coverage, but doesn't totally sell that it's man. Denzel's playing a little off man. I like that. We are in that single mug, so we might bring 5. If we do bring 5, let's see how they handle it. Right? This is the same thing as earlier. Pretty tight coverage everywhere. Good job from Harden right here on Yoshivas' over route. Denzel's in the right place on that vertical. They do spring free because of this little mesh here. It looks like they do get Chase free, but they did a great job. So they cut it. So since the back stays in, watch Hickman cut across to take Chase away on that shallow. This is great. This is a good example of like, oh, back's in. I'm going to cheat across, and then I'm going to be there to help. He's there to help. There is no easy answer for the quarterback, and we get a clean-up, borderline sack. Man, did he almost fumble this one. That would have been pretty big. So we get a 5-man. There goes Swessinger coming through free. Pirine does a great job of meeting him. Pretty good job. We're looping from the backside over here. We've got, looks like we're going here, and then we're going across, and then we're looping our guy here all the way across on this one from the opposite interior spot. Does create a void. So if we're not hard across the face on the other side, the back kind of stands up Swessinger, right? You can run into a little bit of that issue. But pretty good. Aiden looping around. Miles just does the hero ball stuff here. He turns the corner. One of the few rushes so far that he hasn't had to have an extra pair of hands on him, and he just plays fast. Just plays fast and lets it rip and makes a great